Joe Rogan has come to the defense of Floyd Mayweather after the boxing legend made headlines for allegedly firing the referee during his exhibition match with John Gotti III.
It's just a right hook. He's saying back of the head. So Floyd's like, get the f out of here. Just get out of here. You get out of here. He's like, get the f out of here. And if anybody's qualified to say get out of here, it's Floyd Mayweather, the best boxer of all time.
The world of boxing was left stunned when Floyd Mayweather squared off against John Gotti III in an exhibition match. Although the fight was supposed to be a friendly bout, it quickly turned controversial in the second round, leaving fans and commentators amazed.
Floyd, look at the career trajectory of any major fighter, and you'll see them trying to walk the gold-plated path paved by him. Even in his post-official fighting career, Mayweather remains a central figure in the sport and helped birth a completely new cottage industry of crossover boxing, along with helping repopularize exhibition bouts featuring famous fighters like himself. Mayweather has taken part in 6 formal exhibition bouts. 3 have ended in knockouts. 3 have been more playful distance fights. Which version of exhibition-era Floyd will choose to show up tonight, particularly considering the volatility surrounding this one?
Since retiring with an impeccable 50-0 record, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has not stepped away from the spotlight. He has shifted and engrossed himself in another form of fighting, exhibition boxing. These exhibitions, technically not proper fights, have enabled Mayweather to keep on showcasing himself and, more importantly, capture the audience's attention, as well as sustain his dominance of the boxing market. Oscar de la Hoya also praised Floyd Mayweather for his strategic moves regarding his career. He stated, "Floyd played his cards right. If there was ever a winner in Las Vegas, it's Floyd. It's Floyd." Recently, De La Hoya also reflected on Mayweather's strategic career moves and appreciated him, saying, "Floyd is, and this is where he played it smart. You know, you have to give credit where credit is due. Floyd, after he beat me, if you notice, he became Money Mayweather." He added, "Yes, well, he became a businessman. Yes, so then now, okay, let me have, my career, the longevity of my career. I'm going to extend it as long as possible. I'm not going to get hit. I'm going to throw punches and pick and choose so my career can last longer and make more money." Right, very smart. Mayweather is active in the social world and boxing arena not only because of his fighting skills but also due to his shift to exhibition fights. Mayweather's exhibitions have included fights with Logan Paul and with completely unknown fighters in different countries. Though globally criticized for the lack of real athletic performance, these bouts have been financially profitable and ensured that Mayweather's name remains relevant in boxing. The fact that he has been able to make much out of peculiar fights is a pointer to this man's indispensability in the realm of boxing. Recently, John Gotti III's father also praised Floyd Mayweather. He stated, "Floyd Mayweather could never be washed up. Floyd went to great pains. Every time I speak to James McNair, and I'm close to James McNair, Floyd's trainer, he's always training. He's always training. He trains at 6 in the morning. He trains at midnight." Mayweather is among the most intelligent fighters to have ever set foot in the ring. His style of fighting in boxing has always been more about the mind, rather than the body. Contrary to what some opponents suffered, seeing Mayweather burying them with excessive force or power, Mayweather is distinguished for his strong ring intelligence, which helped him to set the tempo of a fight and determine the strategic option to use. This made it hard for his opponents to mount an effective attack against him. At the same time, he also got the chance to counter his opponent and most often did so without getting tired. While praising his abilities, Oscar de la Hoya commented, "He knows how to pick his spots. He knows how to get you tired without even throwing punches." De La Hoya further continued to praise Floyd, commenting, "I love his patience. I love the fact that he's a hard hitter, and he has a chin. See, people discredit him for not having a chin. He has a chin, and he has a big heart. So I think that what makes him unique is obviously his boxing ability, but his ring generalship is what does it for me." The rematch is anticipated to attract a lot of interest for the fighters involved, as well as settle scores that were left unresolved after their earlier fight. Gotti, however, has vowed that he will make sure the match triumphs for him the next time the two fighters meet, and highlighted that the forthcoming match is likely to be explosive even from the first round. He stated, "We're going to be after each other from the opening bell. During the build-up to the rematch, Mayweather is also shown preparing hard in his training sessions, which is a constant reinforcement that he is not taking a break from his previous successes. Instead, he's constantly polishing them. Mayweather's training underpins how seriously he takes his workouts and how it has been a hallmark of his career to avoid making easy work of his opponents, thus underlining that even in such a fight, Mayweather is a formidable opponent.
Double that. Double that. Double that. Catch. Double this. Twice. Same thing. Double that. Catch.
This fight will happen after they first met at the FLA Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida, on June 11, 2023. Mayweather established a fast pace very soon and used his reach, speed, and techniques to full benefit. Gotti struggled to keep pace, and by the final rounds it was evident that Mayweather was the one calling the shots. But the fight was intense, with the two fighters using their mouths to threaten each other throughout the fight. Recently, Gotti also commented on his last fight with Mayweather. He stated, "Well, I think personally from the beginning, tensions were high to begin with me and Floyd." Gotti III began explaining. "He had a lot of negative energy coming into the fight, as did I. He started the trash talking right away in the very beginning of the fight, and when I was on the defensive for the first 4 rounds, I was kind of taking it a little bit." While explaining, Gotti continued by stating, "And as I started getting comfortable in the fight, I started delivering the trash talk back. From there, it just got really out of hand. I guess had I laid down and showed my belly and submitted to him, they would have let him trash talk all night." He concluded his statement with these words, "But the fact that I gave it back suddenly became a problem, and the referee warned us in the 5th round, going into the 6th round. One warning, though. He didn't give us numerous warnings. We clinched up, we said a few words, and he called the fight." Reflecting on the outcome, Gotti III expressed his frustration, feeling that he was just hitting his stride when the fight was abruptly halted. While explaining this, he stated, "I was annoyed. I felt like I was getting comfortable in the fight at that point, and I was in the fight." He said, "I started getting my second wind, and I felt like they robbed me of my best rounds, so I just went on emotion." Despite this, they appear in the face-off conference before the fight, in which Floyd and Gotti stare at each other fiercely. This particular fight is not just two fighters coming into the ring or something insignificant. It is about 2 periods in time coming against each other, and it captures the audience's interest. The past interactions and contacts between them, the expectations from the fans, and the size and significance of their careers together make this moment one of the most awaited ones in the sport.
Gente que está al frente, le voy a pedir que estén sentados para que de esta manera se pueda tomar bien el face to face.
Guys, clear it. Clear. You guys all start.
Necesitamos que la gente que está delante se siente y que pueda repetir el face to face, así que por favor ayúdenos para que todos puedan llevarse la placa principal que estará en los diferentes medios de comunicación escritos y electrónicos el día de mañana. Muchas gracias.
During the press conference, Floyd made bold comments regarding his career, claiming he always fights with the best fighters. He stated, "I've been around the world, competed against the best. When you talk about the Olympics, I competed against the best. Whether it was the world champion in the Olympics, whether it was the Cubans, I competed against the best." This proved that he had vast experience in the Olympics, where he competed with world champions, specifically the Cuban boxers. This shows that he never rested from the day he entered the boxing ring and his passion for seeking perfection. Floyd is one of those who can boast about his chosen career, and it seems that many experts are also impressed by him. Reflecting on Mayweather's career, Joe Rogan also acknowledges the genius behind Floyd's approach and his abilities. He stated, "He's still doing these bouts at 46 years old, still boxing these young kids. Again, this John Gotti III, who is a very good upcoming MMA fighter. So, he has all the weapons, takedowns, submissions, kicks, all that jazz, but he's choosing to fight Floyd in a boxing fight just for money, just like Conor McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him." He asserted Floyd's strategy of making money and having fights with young boxing champions. He added, "They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over, which I guess he's earned that right. Hey man, he's a genius. He really is a genius. He's a genius in figuring out a way to keep making money." Floyd himself showed a deep understanding of boxing by appreciating the high-caliber competition that Mexican fighters bring to the ring. He underscores the importance of competing against top-tier opponents in his interviews, regardless of their origin, to truly test one's skills. He recognized the rich boxing traditions of countries like Mexico, which has produced a lineage of legendary fighters. He acknowledges this heritage by stating, "No matter Mexico, the pedigree of Mexican boxing is truly unbelievable, but I competed against the best." This acknowledgement reflects Mayweather's deep understanding of the sport's global nature and his approach towards boxing that made him successful in his career. Mexico's boxing legacy was further evident when Mayweather arrived in Mexico City on Tuesday, where he was greeted by mariachis playing traditional music. "I am very grateful to be here in Mexico City, a place full of history and world champions," Mayweather said. "It is an honor for me to fight in this country that has given so much to the world of boxing. See you soon in the ring." His words and actions highlight his genuine respect for the country and its deep connection to the sport he has mastered. During the recent Face-Off conference, he also made a comment on his family's boxing legacy. Mayweather brought attention to his uncle, Roger Mayweather, who had the honor of facing one of Mexico's greatest fighters, Julio Cesar Chavez. "My uncle Roger Mayweather. You talk about Julio Cesar Chavez. He's an unbelievable fighter. My uncle Roger fought him twice. He came up short, but he fought him twice. And it's always about competing and going up against the best," he recalls. Mayweather's emphasis on facing the best is a cornerstone of his philosophy as a fighter. As he prepares for his next challenge, he remains unfazed, stating with confidence, "So Saturday, it is what it is. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I've already faced the best." This encapsulates his unwavering belief in his abilities, shaped by years of experience against the world's top fighters. On the other hand, when they asked Gotti about his readiness for the bout, he claimed, "You can only learn and get better from an experience like the fight we had in Florida." Gotti also acknowledged the impact of their first match. That was my first time on a stage that big against Floyd. It's a lot to take in for someone like me who's a young fighter who's never been on that platform before." He admitted that the arena size and the opponent he's going to confront are, at times, intimidating, especially when facing someone like Mayweather, but he takes this as a positive experience in his training. Gotti continued, describing how the nerves and the enormity of the moment might have gotten the best of him initially. "So maybe sometimes your nerves and whatnot may get the best of you. But the thing is, we've been there. I've seen it. I know what to expect." He emphasized that having gone through that experience, he now feels more prepared and confident. "I felt Floyd's punches. I saw him move. He still got it at 47 years old, and mentally for a year, I've been preparing for that style." Not only did Gotti show enthusiasm and a positive spirit for this fight, but his father also showed his excitement and seemed to appreciate his son. "I'm very excited for my son. Enormously proud," said John Gotti III's father. Gotti also showed his enthusiasm for the fight with a renewed sense of determination. "I mean, we have to get in the trenches here and fight. There's no other way. So if he has to get knocked out, if I have to get knocked out, so be it. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen." With these words, Gotti makes it clear that whatever the outcome, he is ready for it. He also acknowledged the challenges of boxing, yet he is ready to lay it all on the line in the ring. Meanwhile, he also made a chilling statement to the audience that their main target is to show the best and prove himself the best.
Congregation, I said, "John, you know who you're fighting and you know what to expect." Okay? He says, "Yes, I get it." I said, "When you make a declaration like you did last fight, kill or be killed, your grandfather made that statement, he meant it. He made it in a statement where he talked about the United States government. When the government goes to war with me, meaning my father saying, John Gotti, I raise the black flag. I ask for no quarter and I give no quarter. That's the way it is, kill or be killed." You uttered those words. You didn't follow through on those words. It's got to mean something. If you're going to walk in that ring and you got to leave it all there, even if it means you going down or he goes down one way or the other.
His father has also expressed a profound sense of honor in being associated with one of the greatest boxers of all time and showed the respect they have for Mayweather. Additionally, he shared his belief that they can achieve a different result in their next encounter. Reflecting on both respect for Mayweather's legendary status and a deep desire to prove themselves on such a grand stage, he stated, "Honored, we were honored to be there. He was honored to be with Floyd Mayweather. We were honored to be in that orbit. Unfortunately, it didn't work out the way we had wanted it to work out, but we believe this time around that we have this chance to do this, Freyo. We believe it's going to work out our way." The fight was truly exciting and garnered significant media attention due to the turn of events that occurred. Mayweather himself, while talking to DAZN, thanked Gotti and said, "We had to put on a show for the people. I want to thank Gotti for being a man of his word." Gotti III added, "He still got it." However, the incident of firing the referee caught the attention of the fighting community, with many weighing in on the shocking turn of events. On a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan, along with his guest Andrew Huberman, discussed the controversy in depth. Rogan defended Mayweather, stating, "This fight was crazy too because the first referee was terrible, and the referee called Floyd, said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. Absolutely incorrect call. Floyd threw a right hand and it caught him on the side of the head, and the referee claimed that it was behind the head, so Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. He stops the bout, he's like, 'Get the f*** out of here! Get out of here!'" Rogan further explained that the referee's error was significant enough to justify Mayweather's reaction. He pointed out, "It's Floyd Mayweather, the best boxer of all time. He's 100% correct. That referee made a giant stupid error." According to Rogan, the entire fighting community sided with Mayweather, believing that the referee's interference was unwarranted and that the official likely lacked a deep understanding of boxing. Even though he called out the last referee and stated,
And the referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. Absolutely incorrect call. Floyd threw a right hand and it caught him on the side of the head, and the referee claimed that it was behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. He stops the bout. He's like, "Get the f*** out of here. Get out of here."
Because he's the promoter also.
Well, I guess. I mean, also, it's Floyd Mayweather. Like, what's the referee going to do? Fuck you? You know, I'm going to stop the fight? Like, also, they're in Mexico City. Like, you could get killed. Like, just get out of the ring, buddy. So Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, "Watch the back of the head." He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? That wasn't the back of the head." And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee.
Meanwhile, he acknowledged Mayweather's punching power and appreciated his punch-throwing skills with these words. He throws the punch, boom, it's just a perfect right hook. It's a perfect right hook, and what it does is a punch that goes over the top of the guard and catches him in an exposed area of the head. It's a perfect punch. He continued his statement by taking a jab at the referee with this remark, "And for the referee to interfere there, it's literally like someone who probably doesn't know how to box at all telling the greatest boxer of all time that what he's doing is wrong, which is just bananas crazy." He also highlighted the reason that made Mayweather a worthwhile fighter in the ring while taking a jibe at Mike Tyson.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, "Look at my $1 million watch, look at my jet, look at my house, look at this." He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like, he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like, "This is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, "This is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I show you, when I show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him. People hate him.
He creates envy.
Yes. Yeah, he creates envy, and you want him to lose, but he's not gonna. He's so good.
However, not everyone agreed with Mayweather's actions. UFC veteran Chael Sonnen offered a different perspective, arguing that Mayweather did not have the authority to fire the referee. Sonnen analyzed the altercation and concluded that while Mayweather was clearly upset, there was no evidence to suggest that he actually fired the referee. Instead, Sonnen speculated that the referee either quit or was removed by the commission, stating, "But to say that Floyd fired the referee when it's on tape and he did no such thing, not to mention, he was not the referee's boss." Despite the backlash Mayweather received, Joe Rogan's support for the boxing legend remained steadfast, standing by his belief that the referee was in the wrong. The incident continues to stir debate, leaving fans and fighters alike questioning the true events of that night. What are your thoughts on Rogan's defense of Mayweather? Feel free to share your views in the comments below.